Welcome to another Adventures in Eagle Territory. Today, I'd like to introduce you to one of our most faithfully devoted donors, supporters, volunteers, many roles that she fills here at the National Eagle Center here in Wabasha. And I'd like to share a little bit more of JoAnn with all of our members here today. So JoAnn, welcome. Thank you so much, JoAnn, for all that you do here for the Eagle Center. Tell us a little bit more about who you are and where you're from.
Okay, so yes, my name is JoAnn, and I actually live in Red Wing, Minnesota, which is about not quite an hour upstream from Wabasha. And I'm a nurse by profession and have pretty much retired and was looking for something different to do. And in about the year 2000, I started coming over to the river more, the Mississippi River. I had never seen an eagle. And I hadn't actually even thought that much about them. But I came over and I started really falling in love with this area and seeing other birds. And of course, eagles are so big, it's hard to miss seeing them. And so I really was liking the area, and I ended up moving in the year 2001 to Red Wing. And I came down here when we were in the other building. We started off on Main Street in a little shop, and the eagle that was there at that time was Harriet. And I like to wear Harriet here because she brought me in many ways to the National Eagle Center. And Angel was there at the same time, and then I remember when Columbia came. And then I was busier for a while. But when I pretty much retired from nursing, I decided this was my time to get involved with the National Eagle Center and to come here more often and to work here, I hoped.
Oh, great. I really appreciate hearing about Harriet. Harriet definitely touched so many lives. And, she's on the Minnesota. Yes, Washaka, we know you are touching lives too. Yes, Angel, we know you all are touching lives. But Harriet definitely did, being on the license plate, her work with our veterans, but just people coming into our old building such as you and being inspired, and look at where you are today. Wow, thank you, Harriet. Thank you so much. What kind of differences do you remember between the old building and the new building?
I remember the old building as being hopeful. It was small. It was obviously repurposed from something else. And I was hearing things about building this, and so I was very interested in that. This is a totally different building. It's obviously got a purpose, and it was built for that purpose. It's a wonderful place to see eagles. You never see them up close like this any other place that I know of where you can look them in the eye. And there's so many educational things that you can do here, so many displays, such a great place for learning. So it has taken that idea from that old building and expanded it into all of this, and we're right along the beautiful river, which we can see. There's an observation deck upstairs. Beautiful place to go and just look for eagles and look at the river.
Yes, well, that makes another reason why you chose the River Valley and the Eagles to move to Red Wing. I can definitely feel that emotion there. That's great to hear. Thank you for sharing. So as a volunteer, what are some of the things that you do here as a volunteer?
I started volunteering in 2013, and I try to come often. Sometimes I'm here once a week. Sometimes I'm here twice a month. And one of the things that I do is help out if there's jobs in the kitchen area, do projects and so forth. But primarily, I think of my job as mostly standing with the eagles. I'm basically a docent for eagles. I answer questions, greet the public, protect them a little bit from their adoring public to make sure that everybody understands what the birds are comfortable with. And it is such an honor to stand with them. If I haven't been here for a little while, if we've been gone or something, it strikes me again as what an incredible experience this is for me personally, but also to share it with all of the people that come. It's just, they're an amazing bird. They're so majestic and so strong, and I just love that.
Yeah, that connection with being able to stand next to the eagle and then also engage with our visitors is pretty special. And so, do you have I'm sure you have hundreds of memories of particularly unique engagements that you had. Do you remember one in particular that you'd like to share? The
You're
eagles would like.
giving me ideas.
Yes.
I've done a little bit of handling, and I remember very clearly the first day that I had an eagle on my arm. I can't even put the words to that feeling, but it was overpowering and spiritual in a way even. I also experienced them close up on a glove on my arm, and remember noticing things like, as they're getting ready to eat, because they know they start to drool.
Yes.
Have you ever thought about an eagle
Drooling?
Well, no, but they do, and it either comes off their beak or it comes out the corner of their mouths, and then also hearing the crunch of the bones and so forth as they ate. And those are really things that I can just picture in my brain again. Yeah, those are incredible.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. I appreciate hearing that. Also, as I mentioned in the introduction, you've also been a very generous donor over the years to the National Eagle Center. Obviously, you have a connection to the eagles, and we've heard about your connection to the river. But why the Eagle Center in particular? Why is that your favorite place to recommend to people to donate to?
This is just such an extraordinary facility. The mission of this facility is so clear, and everybody operates from that mission statement. The degree of education that was offered to me as a volunteer was very impressive. And I remember when I first started working here as a volunteer, I didn't know people very well, and I had trouble figuring out who was a volunteer and who was a paid staff person. So that was very impressive to me. But I also think because these eagles do so much for the environment and for their wild cousins out there, that I want to support these birds. I want to support the education that this facility does, to help people to see that this is a real important aspect of all life. It's water, it's wild, it appears to you physically and psychologically, and we are all in this same planet together. We all are, and we're finding even more and more that we're all in the same boat as we go through some difficult times right now. But that's why everything I've ever done with this group has been top notch, and so I decided I wanted to support that with my time and with a few of my dollars.
Well, we can't thank you enough, JoAnn. Washaka, one of your favorites, is also thanking you as well so much for your dedication, your time, and your support of the National Eagle Center. Thank you, JoAnn, and we're so glad that we can all be in this together during this time.
Thank you.